here's your forecast first. Brought to you by Northwest Tire. Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Well, good Tuesday night to you, North Dakota. Clouds beginning to increase again from the south as we continue to watch a storm system take shape across western South Dakota right now. A lot of precipitation here. The question is, how much precipitation will we see in our area? Bismarck, just an outside chance for a little bit of rain and snow into the early morning hours. Otherwise, getting pretty chilly. Get down into the low 30s. Dickinson all the way down into the 20s. And some spots will see colder temperatures than that. Again, best chances for any rain or snow will be across our south central and southeastern counties overnight. We'll have more on the system and a look at the week ahead. KX News at 10 starts right now.
Coming up next on KX News at 10.
People with disabilities are traditionally one of the last and most underutilized resources.
We'll tell you about the organizations teaching employers how to be more flexible.
Plus, setting the standards higher in order to give out healthier produce. We'll explain.
And the winner is... We'll show you who was voted #1 in tonight's Dancing for Special Stars competition.
Putting North Dakota first. KX News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Brooke Williams.
And I'm Nicholas Kwolek. Thank you for watching KX News.
Employers across the nation are facing a shortage of workers, and individuals with disabilities are an often overlooked but valuable group.
October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and KX News' Lauren Davis spoke with 2 organizations about why this group is an asset to the workforce as we lead local.
North Dakota, like the entire country, is facing a shortage of workers. Job Service North Dakota is a resource available to connect employers and job seekers. Susan O'Gurick, the Workforce Center Manager in Minot, says employers shouldn't count out individuals with disabilities when they are hiring.
It's another, group of our population that is very ready and willing to work.
O'Gurick says some employers may be deterred because they're not sure what type of accommodations they would have to make, but she says many aren't as expensive as you would think.
Could be something as simple as maybe being a little bit more flexible work schedule for the individual. Maybe it's someone who has to utilize public transportation to get to and from work.
She says there are organizations that will help people with disabilities find jobs.
Our vocational rehabilitation and employment is an example of that, and they often can help the employer understand what kind of job accommodations that person might need. And then we also have our Independence Inc.
Scott Burlingame, the executive director, says the worker shortage should make employers more flexible.
People with disabilities are traditionally one of the last and most underutilized resources when it comes to employment. And there's a lot of people out there who are looking to work, and any opportunity that an employer can maybe be a little bit flexible, they can find a long-term employee who can make a big difference in their company.
According to a recent compendium, the employment rate for workers with disabilities in North Dakota is 57.2% compared to 38.8% nationally.
Out of that, our culture and our beliefs in the importance of employment have bled over into our expectations of people with disabilities.
Burlingame adds, hiring people with disabilities is a win for everyone involved.
Employment is the ultimate anti-poverty program, so the more people with disabilities that we can get employed, the more people with disabilities that we can get out of poverty.
For KX News in Minot, I'm Lauren Davis.
For more information on either group mentioned in the story, you can visit kxnet.com.
Law enforcement is asking for help in finding a 44-year-old Bismarck man charged with raping a young girl. There's an active arrest warrant out for Bradley Graff. Law enforcement believes he's in the Bismark-Mandan area. Graff is accused of raping a young girl on multiple occasions this year. Graff had previously served a 10-year sentence after being convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a child in 2006. He's out on bond for a felony charge of failure to register as a sexual offender. You're asked to call the Burleigh County Sheriff's Department at 701-222-6651 if you know of his whereabouts.